Welcome to the West, Remy. Light Infantryman and Sox Nation arrived on the plane here Friday night. What's the last few days look like for them?
So yeah, they got here Friday late, so they had a few easy days after the trip, and today they walked on the grass. They had an easy get up on the grass, and yeah, they are pretty much ready for Saturday.
They both worked on their own this morning. Were you pleased with both of their workouts?
Yeah, so yeah, they walked on their own this morning. Yeah, they were very good. Yeah, I'm happy with them.
What's the rest of the week look like? Any beach trips on the horizon?
Yeah, they might go to the beach tomorrow. It's always good to go to the beach after the gallops. So yeah, they could go at the beach tomorrow.
Yep. And the plan at this stage, if everything goes well this weekend, is to hopefully progress through to the Northerly Stakes a fortnight later.
Yeah, so yeah, they are running Saturday, and if everything is going well, they should run 2 weeks after.
Danny, we saw Super Smink work in company this morning. Were you pleased with her work?
Yeah, we didn't overtax her this morning. Just a bit of even time, working a bit better, probably late, but she was really good. She had a big, solid piece of work on Saturday morning down there at Belmont. So yeah, I feel like we're all systems go.
Have you had to keep the work up to her a bit more than usual, seeing she's 3 weeks between runs, stepping up to 1600?
Yeah, been mindful of it. Yeah, and I feel like we've got it pretty right.
Yeah. She was a nice third in the Guineas last year to Zip Away. They both clash in the Railway. Do you feel like she's a stronger and better equipped horse at a mile this time around?
Yeah, she definitely is. Like, she's a stronger mare now, obviously matured with another year under her belt, and she's probably fitter going in this year, to be fair, as well.
Yeah. The other mile on Saturday is the WA Guineas. You'll be represented by Ron's Final Flutter, second in the Burgess Queen, second in the Champion Fillies. Unfortunately, she's drawn the outside on Saturday, or barrier 14 at least.
Yeah, wasn't excited when we saw the draw, but in a big field. But you know, she was great the other day. Probably landed a little bit too close and out of her comfort zone. So if she can just, she'll probably have to settle back off him a little bit, but give her a chance to let rip late.
Third run in 2.5 weeks, so just a quiet week ahead for her.
Yeah, for sure. She's on a short back up, obviously, so we'll just tinker with her this week and keep her happy.
And we saw the two stayers, In Good Order and Another Chino, work this morning. They're in the AJ Scahill Cup. Looking forward to stepping them up in trip.
Yeah, for sure. We know what we get with Another Chino. He's been up a little while because he went through Kalgoorlie, so we're just keeping him ticking over. But the other guy I'm really excited about, heading into some longer ones. I've been sort of expecting for a while that he's going to turn into a nice stayer. So it'll be a bit of an acid test Saturday, but we'll see where we're at.
Given that you do expect him to be a really good stayer, it's pretty encouraging what he's been able to do over a mile to this point.
Yeah, that's it. And if he can take that, into the longer ones, then hopefully he's going to develop into a nice star.
Really well represented again this Saturday. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Neville, big week, Railway Stakes week, WA Guineas week. We saw Zip Away and Bustler, your two railway runners, work together this morning. How did they work?
Yeah, really happy with their progress since the last start in the Lucia. So they're progressing really good towards the railway, and couldn't be happier with them.
We'll touch on Zip Away firstly. He is second up, 1,600 metres in the railway. Have you had to really keep the work up to him, given that he's had a little bit of an interrupted prep?
No, nothing's been interrupted. He would have went into it second up in any case if he had started in the Asian Bow. I don't think I would have given him another run. He's a pretty athletic horse, and he's very enthusiastic in his work, so he doesn't get fat on me. So he's had a good solid gallop this morning. He had a strong workout on Saturday, so he's ready to go. He's very fit.
What about Bustler, the defending railway champion? He drops 3 kilos this Saturday after a terrific run in the Lustia. Is he cherry ripe third up?
He is absolutely flying, that horse. I know the history says that the minimum and 4-year-olds have a better record in the last 20 years or so, but I still think it's a winnable weight for him, 56. It's 3 off the minimum. It would defy a bit of history, but he's absolutely flying, and I expect him to run super. He just needs a reasonable gait and a nice run, and he'll go very, very well.
Think he's going better now as a 5-year-old than as a 4-year-old 12 months ago?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, I think he's a bit stronger and a bit more mature. He's not an overly big horse, so he just needed to sort of thicken up a bit, and he's going super, the horse. Yeah.
You took out the WA Guineas with Zip Away last year. You have September Born this year. Probably been WA's hype colt since his debut in the winter. Is he ready to roll?
Yeah, he's done very well in his couple of weeks since the Feritha. Probably improved quite considerably off that run. That was a second up run and a bit more bit more work into him, and that just topped him off nicely. And he's drawn in barrier 4, so that should sort of go really well for him, and Brad can just plonk him wherever he wants. I'd imagine him being, just off the speed and ready to pounce.
How happy were you with that draw after having to win the Faritha from gate 13 last start?
Yeah, well, he hasn't had much luck in the gates this prep, but a bit of a change of fortune, so it's happening in the right race anyway.
And he worked in a trio this morning?
Yeah, he worked with a couple of stablemates, and he worked very easily. He had his main work was Saturday morning. He had a pretty solid gallop on Saturday, and the horse he worked with, he was far too good for it, and this morning he was just out there to work with the stablemates to keep him together, but it was a good effort.
Any other feature race winners we should be looking forward to this Saturday? Runners, I should say.
Runners, yeah. Scale, we've got investment, the Carbine Club, we've got investment strategy. He's backing up. He backs up well, so I expect him to be better than he was last start. And in the Scale, we have Demolish and Flower in the Wind. They're crying out for a bit more distance, so they'll be ready for them.
You took out the Guineas Railway double last year. You've got a really strong hand this year. Hopefully it's 2 years running. Good luck.
Cheers, thank you.